My next guest got fans of the DC Comics universe buzzing when it was recently announced that she will be returning for a role in the Wonder Woman film franchise to play the warrior Asteria after a surprise cameo in the last movie. Well, Lynda Carter is known the world over for being TV's original Wonder Woman, and like Iman, she too has been picking up the pieces of a life changed forever by deeply personal loss and working to heal and move forward. In the beginning of 2021, Lynda Carter's husband, Robert Altman, passed away after nearly 40 years by her side, leaving her wondering how to navigate life on her own. Lynda is now channeling her grief into positivity through her passion for music. And Lynda has released a new song to honor the love they shared. It's dedicated to the man she describes as a gift, an amazing human being. Please welcome the one and only Lynda Carter, joining us from Nashville. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I mean, listen, I know you hear it, and people in our audience are standing on their feet. That's how much you are loved and appreciated. I asked Iman at the beginning of our conversation, do you feel the love? When you're walking around, you understand why we adore you so much? It's more than acting. It's more than acting.
You know, I do and I don't. I do about this wonderful character that I got the chance to play, and I too am beholden, and I too adore this character, and I do love with all my heart the stories that I hear, the stories of heroism, the stories of courage, the stories of fun. The stories of laughter, the stories of endurance, the stories of whatever that I get from women across the nation at TSA checkpoints and, and the audit, you know, hi, oh, and we just hug. We don't say anything, we just hug.
I know that you were watching our conversation with Iman, and you lost Robert very recently, and I know it's raw. And so I thank you for coming on so early in this process for yourself. Going back, you met in 1982 at a dinner party?
We did, September 13th, 1982. Oh. He was just awfully cute. He was really good looking. And we were in Memphis, Tennessee, and he was this young, dashing attorney from Washington, D.C. We sat next to each other at a dinner party, and he was, you know, and I had kind of an off-the-shoulder number on. We were just, he swept me off my feet. We were together right off the bat, and I would say as Iman said, it is a great love affair, a great romance, and as long as I'm alive, he lives in me. You know, I had often said of my husband while he was alive that if you were a friend of Robert Altman's, you were one of the luckiest people in the world. He was just one of those kind of guys, and he got to be my husband. And so it was shocking when we lost him. It was unexpected.
You have said in a recent interview, Lynda, that you feel life without Robert is frightening, and you don't know who you are without him. Again, I can't stress this enough how this is all raw and new for you. How have you been trying to navigate forward?
I'm surprised I'm not in tears, because every time I talk about him, it brings up tears. But after hearing Iman, somehow hearing her gave me a little bit of courage. So thank you, Iman.
Lynda, I have to tell you, you are so courageous in so many ways as well. When I talked to Iman about coming on, I said, you know, people are going through this every day, and hearing you and hearing Lynda will have an impact. You're at different stages of this loss.
Yeah.
But someone watching right now will see Lynda Carter and they'll hear that song and they'll hear the love story, and they might get out of bed and try something to move forward as well from you.
That's right. That she has moved to the place that I am not there yet,
Mm.
but that it gives me hope
Yeah.
for finding out who I am without him, because there is no witness to my life without him.
Like so many other people who lose loved ones, you've said you feel cheated by this past year.
One of the reasons why I think it's important that I take the opportunity to talk about grief, and that I take the opportunity to discuss this amazing human being and have gone through this during COVID, and understand how many tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people and families have experienced what me and my family have experienced these past year plus, with the loss of our loved ones and the illnesses and the long haulers. It's been a devastating time for us. So for me, I feel that I need to pick myself up and dust myself off, and put one foot in front of the other, and be as courageous as I can be, even when I don't feel like it, to get past grief. And I cry probably 3 times a day,
Mm.
in the morning and at various times when I think of him. And as I said, Iman, it gives me hope that all these memories will be ones that don't cause me to cry.
You know, you created this song, and in the line in the song, it says, "Our love is human and divine." Human and divine is also the name of the song. What is the meaning behind that?
I was trying to define what love was, and it's the ice inside the fire. It's the great tango. It's the rainbow in the mist. You can't grab a hold of it. It's like a comet in the air that you see, and it's just wildly beautiful and dangerous and exciting, and full of promise for, I don't know, something grand happening.
Yeah.
We had, even though in 37 years, ups and downs and all of that, but I wanted to describe it and to have it be an anthem for us all, that it is the humanness of love that we seek every day, the promise of love. And even when we lose love,
Mhm.
that there, don't forget that there were memories of the good times.
Mm.
And just because there were bad times, it doesn't mean that it destroys all of the good.
Yeah.
When I said that I cried 3 times a day, I cry with freedom.
Mm.
And I want you to understand that. I cry because he deserves every tear. So
Yeah.
I cry because I love him,
Ah,
and then I'm over it, and I kind of get on with the rest of my day. And then maybe it will well up again, and I'll let it be,
yeah.
and then I'll get on with the rest of my day. And then maybe it will happen again, and then maybe there'll be a day when that won't happen. But until then, and I hope that that's the way that we can all treat our grief.
You are, as I said, so inspiring. We will continue to follow you, keep you in our thoughts and our prayers.
And I'm your fan.
Listen, you have a fan for
I
life.
know where you come from. I know what your grief is.
Mm.
And I am with you 1,000% for your fight, for your inspiration, for your continued inspiration in the fight for women. This thing that you do was inspiring to me, is inspiring to me, and I hope that you spend more time talking about it.
Thank you, Lynda. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.